Buenos dias, everyone. I'm Erica and welcome back to my channel. Today I'll talk to you about my conceived journey and when I got pregnant. It took quite a while. It took over a year for us to conceive. We decided to get pregnant and that we were ready in January 2018. I was on an Exponon and I had it removed on February 21st. And from there, we tried so many things to get pregnant until we decided that what's going on, that we need to get tested. 3 months passed after February, and I wasn't getting pregnant, so we decided to take a tea that would help you conceive. I was like, okay, why not? It's not expensive, it's natural, and I did. It didn't work for me. So then my second cycle, we decided to try pre-seed, the lube, and that didn't work either for us. So we were like, okay, what's going on? So then from there, we decided to get tested. I saw this conception clinic that was offering sperm tests for free. So my husband, Chris, called and made an appointment. His appointment was in December. Then from there, they said that his sperm, that his sperm count was low and his sperm was abnormal. But the doctor told him by eating almonds, eating healthier, and exercising would help him get back to normal. And he was ready to conceive. And for me, I was like, okay, so it's not too bad. We could work with it. Eating almonds, drinking water, exercising, eating healthier will help. I got tested in December 14, 2018, and they did a couple of tests. They checked my vitamin D, and they checked my TSH, and they checked my anti-Mullerian hormone, and it came back my hormone low at 0.8971. It had to be at least at 1.0. My vitamin D was very low as well. It was at 14.23. It had to be at 20 to 50. And my TSH was high. It was at 2.7. Had to be at 2.5. From there, they told me that for order to bring up my anti-Mullerian hormone, that I had to take vitamin D and I had to take thyroid medications. My vitamin D went up to normal, but my TSH went high to 3.0. And when I was taking this medication, it was making me very sick. I was nauseous, dizzy, and I told them, is there something else I could take? What if I stop taking them because I'm not feeling so well? And they told me, if you don't take this medication, we won't help you conceive. And when I heard that, my heart dropped and I started crying and told my husband, I don't want to take this medication. It's making me feel so sick. Like they don't understand how I feel. But I did it. I took them just because I really wanted to be a mother. I really wanted to conceive. And it was really hard because it was making me feel so sick. And then after they did the second test, the testing done, I found out that actually it made it worse. That my thyroid was high. It was at 3.0, like I said. And I was mad at myself, mad at them. And they told me, hey, what if we increase the dose? Maybe that will help you. And I was like, okay, no, first of all, I don't want you to increase the dose. At first I wasn't feeling well. By increasing it, it might make it worse. So I was like, no, I don't want that. And then from there, They did a pelvic exam and it came out normal. From there, they did another testing the next day on the 14th, and I had to go to another clinic where they had to do a test called HSG. And this test was done at this other clinic, and they said that my husband was gonna go in with me, but they lied. They didn't let him in, and it was really hard and very scary because we were at the first level and we had to go all the way to the basement to do this testing. My husband wasn't there, and literally I was like the only person, me and the nurse and the doctor in the basement. I was like scared for my life. I was like, what if I die here? What if they do something, you know? I'm like panicking. I'm like nervous. A lot of things are coming to my mind. And then we go to this room. I see all the tools they're gonna use. And this test, they're gonna insert some iodine into my uterus and to my fallopian tubes to see if there's no blocking and see if everything is okay, if it's normal, which it came back normal. The only thing that was going on with me was the anti-Mullerian hormone was very low, and at this point I'm very sad, really devastated because I don't know what to do, and they really didn't help in that clinic. They were really mean and not understanding. So I was like, okay, I don't know what to do. They told me we have this treatment. It's called IVF, but it's $12,000 per cycle. But just so you know, for a lot of women, it doesn't work the first cycle. So I was like, okay, we're not gonna pay $24,000 to get pregnant because what if it doesn't work? It might not work, and then we're gonna get stuck with the bill of the treatment plus the hospital bill, the baby bills, like the milk, the diapers, and all this. We're like, okay, this is too much for us. I really want a baby. I really want to be a mother, but we can't afford this. So what we told them was that we were gonna conceive naturally. So then I was really sad and mad and crying because I didn't know what to do. And then I was talking to mi prima y ella me dijo que habían unas medicinas en México que me podía ayudar a quedar embarazada. So I was like, okay, I want to try it. Me dijo, ¿sabes qué? Está $50, mándame dinero, yo te las compro y te las mando. So she did. And let me tell you, this medication helped. Not the first month. We took it in February 2019. No me ayudaron. No me sentí mal. Pero en marzo mi periodo llegó 3 días tarde y pensé que estaba embarazada, pero no estaba. Y dije, bueno, está bien, ya que más, ya pasé un año, no pude quedar embarazada. Voy a seguir, voy a tener fe que sí voy a poder quedar embarazada. Y mi prima me dijo, ¿sabes qué? Debes de comprar ovulation test. And I got them on Amazon. And let me tell you, that helped a lot as well because I didn't know when I was ovulating. I thought I was ovulating right like a week after my period, but actually I wasn't. I was ovulating 2 weeks after my period by the end of the month because my period, I usually get it at the beginning of the month. So I was just we were having different times of sex when I was ovulating. So when we ovulated in March, we had sex, and then we were going on our trip to Barcelona and Paris in April 3rd. We came back in the 10th of April, which was crazy because I was getting some symptoms over there. I was getting cravings. I was sleepy all the time. I was like, oh my God, I'm on my vacation. I don't want to do anything. I'm tired. I just want to sleep. and I was so moody. Like everything would make me so mad, everything. So from there, we're like, okay, what's going on? And my husband was like, you're pregnant. I was like, no, I cannot be pregnant. This is crazy. And let me tell you, my period was already late for 10 days when we got here, when we were back to Colorado. And then I was like, okay, it's time to do a pregnancy test. Well, when we came back, our flight was delayed, and we had to catch another flight to get here on time because my husband was gonna go in for work that same day at nighttime because he works night shifts. We're like, okay, our flight cannot be delayed. We have to get to the plane today, in April the 10th. So then we did. So then we found out that there was a storm in Colorado. So we were like, okay, now we're stuck here in Atlanta. And then we're like, okay, what are we gonna do? Like, we really need to get to Colorado. So we end up getting back to Colorado, and we stayed at my father-in-law's because they lived in Denver. And we were like, okay, it's closer to the airport, and it was very snowy and slippery. And we were like, okay, we'll stay there. And then because we live in Longmont, it's like 30 minutes to 45 minutes from Thornton. So we stayed there. And then the next day, we went to my parents' house to pick up my doggies because they were babysitting our dogs. We came home, and I was like, I need to go to the bathroom. I'm going to do a pregnancy test, but I'm not going to tell Chris. I'm going to surprise them. I have very cute ideas to surprise them. But then when I saw the positive in that test, I started crying. And then Chris like, what's wrong? What's wrong, baby? You're scaring me. Is everything okay? And I'm like, oh, we're pregnant. And we couldn't believe it. Let me tell you, we took like 10 pregnancy tests when we believed that we were pregnant. And it was like the most amazing moment of our lives. That after a whole year of struggling, we were finally pregnant. And let me tell you, it was a roller coaster. It was so emotional, but at the end, it was so worth it. There was times that I wanted to give up, but I had faith and hope that I was gonna get pregnant, and I have an amazing husband that has been there for me since day one. That I love him so much. And yes, sorry guys, I'm just getting so emotional. And thank you for watching. And some updates will be coming up from our pregnancy. Please give some likes, comments, and subscribe. Love you guys. Bye.